What's going on, guys? Fatal Glitch here. In this week's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about my new Kovaak's routine that I've been doing for about 3 weeks. About a month and a half ago, I put out another video that was kind of directed towards Kovaak's beginners. Since then, I've done a lot of research and definitely improved in the program and the exercises that I do. I just wanted to kind of go in depth on that and let you guys know what I've been up to. The whole point of this is also to kind of give you a channel update, and I wanted to let you guys know that I plan on doing more stuff like this, more stuff related to COD, more stuff related to Valorant, tips and tricks, how to get better, things to look for. I want to take my channel in an informational direction and just kind of help everyone that wants to get better, because one day I do plan on being absolutely amazing at FPS games. I want to be noticed, I want to be recognized, and to do that I'm going to have to put in the time, and this is going to be the journey. You're going to see growth, and it's going to be an amazing process. So with that, I wanted to say thanks for tuning into this week's video, and I hope you enjoy the rest. Okay, so first things first, I want to apologize for that shitty intro. I eventually, once I save up some, plan on getting a text logo or some kind so I can actually go to Fiverr or someone and get an intro made. I had some bad luck. I've gone, before I rebranded, I had gone to Fiverr a couple times and I just was never happy with the product I was getting, and I was wasting money, so it's just sketchy to go back because, like, I'm not gonna get what I really want. Moving on. In this menu, you can, when you go and you search online scenarios, and Kovaak's is case sensitive, if you wanted to look up Tile Frenzy, you can start and save it. So for everything that I'm gonna show you, if you want to use these, star them and save them. First one you're gonna start with is Tile Frenzy. Just to warm up. I've hit a plateau with beating my score in Tile Frenzy. I always do the challenge. Yeah, you just kind of hit a plateau with this. You can do other exercises, and as you get better at them, you're gonna get better at this, but the growth isn't gonna be as fast. But as you can see, when you do a challenge, it gives you the final score, and then you have your current high score, and it's always based off of accuracy and the amount of shots that you hit. After Tile Frenzy, I immediately go to Reflex Flick Easy. I hotkey T to restart. So yeah, that's another thing, by the way. You can go to settings and you can go to keybinds and you can hotkey quick reset session for your challenges, because a lot of times when you're starting out the challenge, you know, you don't want a target to be way in the corner. I need to stop cussing. You don't want it to be way in the corner. You want it to be kind of close, just so you can get your groove going. You just keep resetting. And this one, when I first started, I was terrible at it. It's not easy. What's the quickest way from A to B? It's a straight line. The whole point of this exercise is to help teach yourself to control your wrist and your arm the best way possible. And you want to make sure that you're not overcorrecting. If you're overcorrecting, that means your sensitivity is too high, or if it's really not that high compared to most people's, you're just not used to it yet. You need to get used to it. So my current high score in this, a little more than half of what the first player is, and that's kind of what I gauge my progress on. It's like, okay, I've only been on PC for about 3-4 months, and I'm about half as good as the top player in this exercise, which, in my opinion, isn't that bad. But over time, you get better, and when you start to beat your records, it's a really good feeling. So after Reflex Flick Easy, I immediately go to, where is it? Reflex Flick Fair. And this one is the same, but the targets are smaller and they disappear faster. So you have even less of a time to react. And it really helps you hone your control. Normally when I train, I listen to some lo-fi music to help relax myself. And I just kind of zone in. After Fair, I go to 1 while 6 targets small. It's all about small corrections. Like, it's about flicking quick, but when you get there, about controlling your arm to slow down enough to make that small correction. All these exercises they go hand in hand. You know what I mean? There's different aspects of aim that they all go together, and it doesn't feel like you're ever being stagnant. Like, you know, if you're not beating a high score in one exercise, but you're beating it in another, at least you know that you're still improving in some kind of way. So the next thing that I do after one wall 6 targets small is extra small. And it's just kind of the same thing, just way more difficult. It's always good to kind of push yourself and do something that's more difficult. My high scores in this one and in 6 targets are the average. They're getting up there. I'm doing better and better every day. I do these exercises every day, or at least try to. The next thing after small is, oh, where do I go to? I think I go back to, I go back to Tile Frenzy, and I just kind of play around. After doing all those, going back to Tile Frenzy is just kind of fun, because it's like, if you guys have ever played sports before, here's a really good analogy. It's like swinging 2 baseball bats or 3 baseball bats, or putting the little weight at the end of a bat before you go up to the plate. You're training your body to swing something heavy, kind of, so it feels heavy, and then when you pick up that one bat and go up to the plate, your bat speed is like way faster than it normally would. That's because you kind of tricked your body into feeling like it's stronger. It's like a muscle memory type thing. So it's just kind of fun to go back to Tile Frenzy after doing that, because initially you are hella fast at it until eventually it wears off and you just kind of go back to your normal speed. And then after that happens to me and I stop having a little fun with it, then I go and do Tile Frenzy 180. There's more of a field depth to it. I don't know if that's the right word I'm looking for, but it's good to see my progress in this as well. I really enjoy it. Okay, after this one, I head straight to Ascended Tracking. And these are fun exercises. You can flick to someone all you want, but if they're moving and you can't keep hitting them while they're moving, probably not going to win the gunfight. You know what I mean? The whole point is to kill the target as fast as possible, and you also have the flicking mechanics from all the other exercises that you do. Because the only way to beat your high score in this is to get to the other targets as quick as possible, because it bases your score off of not just accuracy but amount of targets hit or killed. So if you're not flicking fast enough and you're moving really slow, then your targets killed is going to be low and your score is not going to be as high. Another thing you can do with this exercise, and I did say it in the last video but I didn't show it too well, you can go to your settings and you can go to your where is it? I think it's bar scale. Is it? Yeah, it's bar scale. You know what, actually, let me look it up real quick. Oh, okay, I found it. Okay, so it's not in settings. The bar scale is the health bar for the bot. It's actually right here. Okay, so there's this time scale. When you're first starting out, you can change it, like I said before in my last video, you can change it to like 0.75. You can lower the speed of the bots for whatever reason. But eventually when you get comfortable, you can raise it back up to 1. You can put it up to 2, and it'll go even faster. Like, holy shit. That is nuts. But once I'm done with this, I hop over straight to Rex Cata Strafes, or Cata IC Long Strafes Invincible. It's kind of the same thing, except the target doesn't die, and it bases you on how consistent you are with hitting it for an entire minute. But this is a fun one. It's really satisfying to know that you're staying on target and you're not just all over the place. Aside from this one, there's other alternatives. You have Cata IC Fast Strafes, so it's not long strafes, it's just super short, like back and forth. And this is a really hard one that I struggle with a little bit. I think I'm usually about done after that. I have other stuff added. You know, I have Reflex Flick Hard, but I haven't felt quite comfortable to get to that yet. You know, I want to hit a certain level before I move on to the next. I mean, it's all kind of subjective. Everyone likes what they like, and I can't tell you what exactly to play. You could always do more research if you wanted to add anything else to your routine. I know eventually I do plan on adding. There are exercises and scenarios that have to do with like headshots mainly, and there's some of the tracking targets where it has, like, I think I've seen some with a little white dot on the head where it counts as a headshot, and so that kills it even faster and kind of trains you to keep your mouse at head level But I usually do all those. Let's see, what is that? Yeah, 8 exercises. I do all those 8, and I spend about an hour doing them. I'll throw on some lo-fi beat for a whole hour and set a timer on my Google Home, and I just go to town. And I do that for an hour a day, and it helps. I really hope this helps a lot of you improve. Let me know what other exercises you like in the comments, and thanks again for tuning in.